What is up, Capitals fans? My boys, my girls, my babes, how we all doing on this Wednesday night? In lieu of our usual regularly scheduled post-game reaction video, due to the fact that there were 0 fucking goals scored by our Washington Capitals in St. Louis, and so there wasn't really very much to talk about. Deep breaths, Jenaya. We have instead decided to merge that post-game reaction with our podcast episode for this week because, and I'm sure you can all appreciate this, and I'm sure that you can all relate, I wanted to hop on a live stream because I wanted to vent. So that is why we are here. That and, to discuss so many other things regarding our Washington Capitals. And you guys, all of you lovely Caps fans out there, you guys, please, please, please use this as your platform to vent as well. We are all in this together. We are a family here. You guys can send us your comments of your frustrations or bones that you want to pick throughout this stream, and we will do our very best to get to as many of them as we possibly can while we are live on air here. And hey, you know what? Like, even if you're not frustrated, even if you just think that, it's super cool how this Capitals team never shoots the puck, they never score a power play goal. They will wait until there's 5 minutes remaining and they're down by 2 before finally showing any type of urgency offensively, even if that is your jam. Okay, if that is what you like and it doesn't bother you, then hey, we're not here to judge you. To each their own, right? Everyone likes a different type of hockey, and so we will still read your comments out loud as well. So hit us with them. Hit us with those comments. I love to get different opinions. I love to hear different viewpoints. So please, send us those comments. It helps the stream out too, because it obviously drives engagement, which makes YouTube take notice of our little show here. And like I said, we will get to as many of those comments as we can throughout this live stream. So I've blabbered on long enough here to start this off. So welcome back to the Jenaya Talks Caps podcast, episode 119. We are so thrilled to have you all here with us today, as always. And I'm also thrilled to welcome back to the program Sunny, becoming somewhat of a fixture here now, I would say, a regular guest on this show. So Sunny, how are you doing today?
Could be better, could be better with 2 points from yesterday, but hey, aside from that, could be better.
I think we all could be better. Yes. And I mean, this show is basically going to be like a bit of a wing job here because, we wanted to just jump on here. Like I said, we wanted to talk about that St. Louis game because it was just so disappointing, given the fact that we finally saw some good results. Some helpful results around the rest of the Metropolitan Division and the Eastern Conference as a whole last night. We finally get a little bit of help in the standings there, Sunny. And so then for our Capitals to come out the way that they did last night, to me was just so disappointing, especially given the fact that they would have been aware of these results around the rest of the Eastern Conference. Their game in St. Louis didn't start until 8 p.m. Eastern time, which is a full hour later than most of the rest of these games for teams that the Caps are competing against for one of these last playoff spots. So, it was just really disappointing. To not even score one single goal. Yeesh. You look around the league last night, the Boston Bruins, they lost in regulation to the terrible Toronto Maple Leafs. The New York Islanders lost in regulation to the also pretty terrible Chicago Blackhawks. The Pittsburgh Penguins get their doors blown off in regulation by the Colorado Avalanche. So it was a good night, finally, like I said, on the out-of-town scoreboard for the Caps, and they just do not take advantage of it at all. And now they're in a position here where they've basically run out of time to take advantage of anything. With just 10 games left in the regular season for them now, likely not enough time to make up the ground that they would need to. Just taking a look at the standings here, still 6 points out of a playoff spot as of this morning. And yeah, it could have been 4 points. Like, had you just found a way to win the game in St. Louis against, again, a pretty bad St. Louis Blues team, and a game in which your goaltender, Logan Thompson, again, gave you a very good chance to be successful in that game, gave you a very good chance to be able to win that game. If you could generate anything even remotely resembling offense or score a power play goal or anything along those lines, right? And so all of the same problems that we have seen for this team all season. So, yeah, I mean, Sunny, what did you see with the St. Louis game? With the St. Louis game, were you as frustrated as I was watching this? Like, why don't we just start there? Like, what was your kind of frustration level seeing them get shut out in what really was a pretty do or die game for them in St. Louis?
Yeah, like so at the beginning of the game, I thought we had pretty decent pressure, but like I just felt like we were off. Like those morning games when we see the Caps and they're just like not there, like they're just not present because they're sleepy or whatever the hell it is. But maybe they were too tired.
Every morning game ever, yes.
Yeah. Maybe they were too tired from the travel. I have no idea. But like it's like the Caps that played the last 2 games or 3 games were not the Caps yesterday. It's like there was no urgency. They didn't give a shit. It was just like, whatever. It was just like, but they know about the standings. So I was just like, what are we doing here? Like, what was the point of winning the last 2 games to not get us like not even a point yesterday? It's not like we were versing Colorado Avalanche. For God's sakes, the last time we played Colorado, we were like, oh yeah, we're not gonna win that game. But we ended up getting a point out of that game. Like, what is the point? So I think it's just frustration. I think like the frustrating part is too. It's like it's okay if there's people injured and there's excuses for injury, but no one's really injured. We have
Not
people
anymore,
here.
no.
That's what I'm saying. So where's the excuse? And frustration for that. And then the coaches can see that the guys that they're putting on the ice are not generating anything. So why not throw the guys out that are like sort of like people putting in sort of like more minutes, Hudson, like these younger guys. Like
Well, hold on. We'll get to this. We're gonna get into
so
this.
anyway, frustration.
We're gonna get way into this. Trust me.
Just frustration because in the last 5 minutes they start playing. I'm just like, what? Anyway, so that's all I saw. I just saw checked out for like most of the game, and then the last 5 minutes they decided to be, oh hey, we're in a hockey game. Let's let's get some shots on the goalie. Like, anyways, that's my take.
Yeah, what did they have total? I think 21 shots, and probably
So
like
it's pretty
20 of
much
those.
equal.
Probably like 20 of those were in the last 5 minutes. Like, it was ridiculous.
It's pretty much equal. Like the shots were like, it's not like they outshot us. I mean, they didn't even outplay us. We were just like passing each other, and then nobody could make a pass to each other. It was just like, oh, hey, pass to this guy that's not even behind me, or pass the guy that's ahead of me that's not even there anymore. Like, anyways,
I believe it was, you're right. Like, the St. Louis Blues didn't put that many shots on net really either. Certainly not like in the first half of the game. Like, I believe it was, I had made a note for myself when I was still planning to do like the post game reaction video. I believe it was like 14 minutes into the first period when St. Louis finally had their first shot, or they only had one shot on goal total 14 minutes into the game. Yeah. So we're like 14 minutes into the game. St. Louis has only one shot on goal, and then St. Louis gets a power play, and then that kind of turned the tide of the game, I felt like, because they then, like the St. Louis Blues, they then generated a lot of shots on their power play. Imagine that. What a concept. Yeah, you should be at an advantage on your power play, but not something that we've seen this season from our team, that's for sure. But yeah, I think it's so frustrating. This season as a whole has been so frustrating because it's all season. It's just been, like you said, like they go toe to toe a couple days ago with the Colorado Avalanche, played a really, really, really good game against the Avalanche, played a really strong game defensively for sure. They go toe to toe with them. That's the top team in the league, right? They're right there with them. They push that game past regulation into overtime. And that's kind of what we've seen from the Caps all season, is like they will show up and they will battle and they will really compete in these games against these top teams who they want to prove that they're right there with. And they are right there with them in those games a lot of the time. And so they show up for those games. They quite often win those games or get points out of those games. And then it's these games against the St. Louis Blues. I think back to one
Predators.
I think back to one against the Nashville Predators earlier this season when the Predators were like way down at the bottom of the standings. I remember losing my mind when we lost that game in regulation. Chicago Blackhawks,
Sharks.
like
we lost
San
against
Jose
Sharks.
Like it's just I know the San Jose Sharks, they might squeak into a playoff spot here, but it's the Pacific Division. Okay. It's the Western Conference. It's not hard to get into the playoffs in the Western Conference this season. Don't get me started on that. Yeah. Don't get me started on that. That's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I mean, it's just been super frustrating because it's just like you said, like with that Colorado Avalanche game, they'll show up, they'll compete, they'll play really well in these games against these top teams. They'll get points out of those games, and then they'll turn around 2 days later and drop these games to these like inferior opponents. And I'm not saying that to be rude to the St. Louis Blues. It's a fact. Like they have not been a very good team this season, nor has a team like the Nashville Predators, nor has the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm not saying it to shit on those teams. It's just that when you are supposedly a good team, you were the top team, the number one team in the entire Eastern Conference last season, your roster is still pretty much the same. You should be able to get some points out of these games against the St. Louis's, the Nashvilles, the Chicagos of the world. So yeah, it's just been a really frustrating season for that reason, because they've dropped so many standings points in these games against these like lesser teams. And then they'll show up for a game against Colorado and look really good and get points out of that game. And that's kind of what they've done all season. So
they were leading that game.
Yeah, it's a lot of points lost this season against a lot of, lower level kind of teams. And that's where that's why they are where they're at right now in the standings. It's not just that, it's a lot of different things. It's the power play. It has been injuries. Like we don't want to forget to mention that. I know people, including me, don't like to make excuses, but that has been a reality of the season. They've had a lot of injuries. They've had a lot of important injuries. So that factors in for sure. The power play has stunk all season. But to me, when I look back on the season and I look back at the points lost in these games against these kind of lower tier teams, and you're going to finish maybe 4 points, maybe 6 points out of a playoff spot, like those games really, really hurt when you lose those ones in regulation. Especially when, like we just said, they always seem to show up against the top teams in the league and grab points out of those games. So it's like if you could have just picked up a couple points here, a couple points there against a Nashville, against a Chicago, against now a St. Louis, like what a different spot you'd be in. Or if you could have won a shootout all fucking season, that too. Like there's so many things. It's just so many things have conspired this season to put them in the position that they're in, whether it be the shootouts, whether it be, they haven't gone to overtime enough as much as these other teams in the Eastern Conference, like the Pittsburgh Penguins, loser point merchants, like they have
New York Islanders.
Yeah, like the last time that I had looked, which was just a few days ago, the Caps had one more win than the Pittsburgh Penguins. And yet we were like 8 points below them at that point that I'd checked the standings because of their loser points, right? So yeah, we haven't gone to overtime enough. We can't win a shootout. Power play stinks. Dropping points against Nashville, Chicago, St. Louis.
Not playing young guys.
It's been so many things this season. Yeah, we'll get to that. Like I said, I've got a whole thing on that. That's why I wanted to stop you before you got into that, because I'm going to go off on that soon enough.
We got some comments, by the way.
Do we? Let's see. Let me pull these up here. It's a good thing you remind me.
Well, I opened it up just so that we can make a note of it.
You should remind me, because I just kind of get off I just kind of go off on a tangent and then I completely forget. So yeah. We'll pop a few of these up on the screen here. Let's see. First one coming in, we have got Rips Hockey, new subscriber who has been like so engaged in every video, comments on every video now. So love to have you here. Thank you so much for subscribing and for always being involved in the chat there. And yeah, we really love to have you here. So Rips Hockey says, yeah, it just sucks. We really blew an opportunity there to jump up in the standings. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately, this was one of the few games I was unable to see as I was out. I would say fortunately for you, for sure.
You didn't miss anything.
What did I say to you, Sunny? I said, what a waste of 3 hours of my life. It was, just brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Skating around with sticks in their hands.
Cardio. Pure cardio. Like just out for a leisurely skate, little pond hockey. Mojo Rider 8455 says, so frustrating, a Jekyll and Hyde season. Yeah, man, this is a comment that you've made several times, and I love every time that you make it because I completely agree. I think that's one of the best ways that I have heard it put is Jekyll and Hyde. Like that is literally what these Washington Capitals are. It's just one night they look like world beaters, and the next night they look like they couldn't shoot their way out of a paper bag. It's unbelievable. We've got another one here from Mojo Rider again, which, by the way, this is another one of my absolute favorite subscribers. Again, so involved in every video, so engaged, comments on just about every video, and always sharing some really good insights into our Washington Capitals team. So love to have you here, Mojo Rider. And says here, had they improved the PP, they might be in the playoff race than looking from the outside. Yeah, no kidding.
No shit. They're one goal games.
So many one goal losses, Sunny. So many one goal losses. And not only that, but like Mojo Rider is alluding to here, you know, the Caps, people forget, like they have been one of the best 5-on-5 teams in the National Hockey League this season.
They still are.
That's a serious thing. That's a serious stat. I'm not making that up. They're one of the best 5-on-5 teams in the league, and yet their special teams have been so atrocious that we sit where we are. So yeah, I mean, to me, power play is like that's the number one thing that has got to be fixed before next season.
Yeah, it's brutal. Even last year, it wasn't even good. Like it was just beat to death.
It hasn't been good.
Like the same shit.
I don't know what Kirk Muller has on somebody in the front office. I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But the guy's got to go. So yeah, that's power play to me. It's the number one thing that they've got to fix heading into next season. Hopefully Cole Hudson should help that a lot. Should they ever use him on the top unit?
Be the permanent top unit guy.
It was so funny that the game before, God, who are they playing the game before? Colorado, right? Was it Colorado? Yeah, when Ovechkin tied it with his 1,000th goal. Okay. Yeah. That game, Caps, right? You remember, because I said this to you during the game. Caps, 0 for 4 on their first 4 power plays. Cole Hudson stapled to the bench until the second unit would come out for the last 25 seconds of each of those power plays. 0 for 4. Fifth power play of the afternoon. They need a goal. They're down 2-1. There's 5 minutes left. They finally start him on the top unit, and it takes all of 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Bing, bang, boom, goal. Tie game. Play the kid. Put him on the ice on the power play at least, please, for God's sake. Rips Hockey says OT/shootouts have really hurt this team. Those points lost were absolutely killer. Yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, look at the Penguins, right? Like I said, they are in a playoff spot because of loser points. And yeah, certainly shootouts. What are we? 1-6 in shootouts, I believe. We've only I believe we've only won 1 out of 7 total shootouts. So that is brutal. Rips Hockey says, I try to keep the engagement up. Love the channel, even if the Caps aren't doing great this season. Thank you so much. Yeah, we really appreciate it. It's it actually people don't realize how much that actually helps out the channel when comments are flowing in like that. YouTube seems to love that. If there's comments on your video, they'll show it to more people. You see that in the analytics all the time. The videos that get more comments tend to be seen by a lot more people and lead to more subscribers and all of those great things. So yeah, we really, really appreciate it and so happy to have you here. And yeah, hopefully next season we can enjoy some more wins together, because it has been a little bit bleak this season. Mojo Rider again says, just don't get it. They have the talent, but they can't figure out the PP. Does Mueller need to go? I think Mueller needed to go a year ago.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. It's I mean, like you just said, Sunny, the power play, it really hasn't been good.
It's the same shit. What are we dumping? Why are we dumping and chasing? Why? That's unless you're gonna go get the puck. But we have Hudson now, who will bring the puck in.
Well, when was the last time that the power play was actually good or looked dangerous for a significant stretch of games in a row?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Not with Kirk Mueller here. Mojo Rider said, that's funny. You just mentioned Hudson. Mojo Rider says Huddy will be good for zone entries on the PP, right? Yeah, I think we're already
100%.
seeing that, right?
We
Like
already
it's
saw it.
yeah,
Last 2
he
games.
is so slick along the blue line, Sunny. Oh my god. Like he's
From
got
end to end last game.
end
Just
to end, he's got
yeah.
so much speed. He's such a great skater. He's got the moves to like shake and bake inside of the offensive blue line. We've seen that like several times already, probably like half a dozen times already in the 4 games or whatever that he's played. So yeah, I think Mojo Rider's bang on there. He's going to be great for the zone entries moving forward. I think we've already seen it. You know, this kind of few and far between so far times that they have used him on the top power play. But yeah, they got to get him out there more. It's yeah, Rips Hockey says yeah, Mueller needs to go at the very least. Yeah, I think pretty much we've got another one here too. Look at this back to back comments. Mojo Rider as well. Yeah, Kirk Mueller needs to go. I think oh wait, we got another one here.
Blue liner.
Blue liner 77 checking in says yes, Kirk must go. Can't be more obvious at this point, and the rest of the staff should be on the hot seat next year. Some mind-boggling lineup decisions all season. I completely agree. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that a little bit more here for sure, just a little bit later in the stream here. But yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3 people in a row, and then the 2 of us makes 5 who all think that Kirk Mueller needs to go. So I'm gonna come back to these comments in just a minute here. I just want to get back to what we were talking about here. We could literally just do these comments all night. It's my favorite part of the show. It's so much fun. It's yeah, it's great. I love this live stream thing. Like this is only the second time that we've used it now, but I really like it for that reason, for being able to read comments and respond to people in real time. It's awesome. So yeah, you guys keep those comments rolling in, and we'll get back to them in just a second here. But yeah, you keep a tab on them. That's your job here. So yeah, I mean, it's been like I mean, it really has been the same problems plaguing them all season, and I think that's what's been so frustrating as a Capitals fan, right? Is that like if we, as the fans of this team who watch every game, if we can see so clearly what the problems have been for this team, and we've seen it since the beginning of the season, which was 6 months ago now. Like we've pretty much seen all of these problems since game 1, pretty much, right? All the way back in October. So like if all of us, if we can all see all of these things, then why the fuck has not one thing been done to address any of these issues all season? It's so frustrating. And I mean, I said just last night it was to actually to Blue Liner 77 there, my good friend Gil. He of the Power Play Point podcast, by the way. Shout out Power Play Point. I said to Gil just last night about Dylan Strome on the Blues' second goal. Okay. I want everybody to go back and watch this clip of where the Blues get their second goal of this hockey game to go up 2-0. Because this to me is like a perfect microcosm of the Caps problem this season. I was screaming at the TV when this happened because I could not believe how like nonchalant and lackadaisical Dylan Strome was being here. It's their passivity all over the ice, right? Like they're so passive, or they're playing so passive. I don't want to say they are so passive because we've seen them just last season be very aggressive all over the ice. So for some reason, this season, they are a passive team all over the ice. And on the Blues' second goal in the Caps defensive zone, the puck gets rimmed around, right? Dylan Strome could easily get to that puck first. Easily. But instead of going for it, he glides, coasts, straight-legged, in the general direction of the puck, but not actually trying to get it. And so St. Louis picks it up, and bang, a few seconds later, it's in the back of our net, much to the dismay of a confused, exasperated Logan Thompson. And like, I don't know if this is coaching, like if this is a strategy of being passive on purpose, but I do tend to lean towards that conclusion, quite honestly, because I don't think that any of us have ever seriously been able to accuse this Caps team, not since Spencer Carberry was hired anyway. Like, I don't think any of us, like, we haven't ever been able to seriously accuse this team of not giving an honest effort out there. Like, They do try. They do. They put in a good effort on most nights, which is really all that you can realistically ask for over the course of an 82-game season. Some nights you're not going to have it. But most nights, these guys put in an honest effort. And so I don't think it's an effort problem. I don't think Dylan Strome is a lazy player. I certainly don't think that. I think this is like a strategy that they're deploying on purpose here now, in order to try and cut down on some of the goals against, because the coaching staff has realized and knows that this team this season cannot score enough goals. And so they stay in this kind of passive shell defensively, trying to not be out of position ever. And it results in this really, really passive style of play that is just painful to watch. I'll be honest with you. It's really painful to watch. And sometimes it works. They have won quite a few of their most recent games playing that way, a bunch of 2-1 wins. They played that way and employed that style in order to get themselves into the Stanley Cup playoffs in Spencer Carberry's first season with the team, right? But it is painful to watch, and I thought that we were supposed to be kind of past this now, to be honest with you. If you go back and look at I just want to kind of make my point here of why I'm saying that. Go back and look at the Caps roster from Spencer Carberry's first season here. It made sense that team had to play that way,
right,
in order to have, relative success. But this is not that team. That team did not have the top goal scoring defenseman in the entire National Hockey League in Jacob Chychrun. That team did not have a 1-2 punch of Dylan Strome and Pierre-Luc Dubois. That team did not have Ryan Leonard. That team did not have Cole Hudson. That team couldn't afford to make mistakes defensively because they had the ghost of Darcy Kemper backing them up, not perennial Vezina Trophy candidate Logan Thompson, right? So let's just take the fucking leash off of this thing, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There's a fine line between, there's such a thing as being too passive, and I think that's completely what we're seeing right now.
I got some more comments, by the way.
We'll come to those. Just give me 1 minute. Just want to finish making this point here. There's such a thing as being too passive, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They keep kind of retreating into this, that's their whole game now. They're just playing in this kind of passive defensive shell structure, like I said, because they're trying not to get scored on at all because they know that they can't score enough goals. But there's definitely such a thing as being too passive, because guess what? If you want to score goals in the National Hockey League, you have to take a risk or two. You can't just sit back all game. What did I say to you yesterday? You can't win 0-0. You have to score some goals. And at this point, it's we're not making the playoffs. Let's take the leash off this thing, like I just said. Let's let these guys go for it. Let them make mistakes. You're already going to miss the playoffs, like I just said. So who cares at this point if a few extra pucks go into your net? I'm sure Logan Thompson will not mind if a few extra pucks go in right now, if it means that he will see more goal support next season, more than 1 to 2 goals a game of goal support. If they can kind of get some of their offensive mojo back here at the end of this season and carry that into next season, right? Logan Thompson, he already told the media, he's not playing for a contract here. He's here. He's here for the long haul. He's committed. He's already signed his long-term deal. So he's not looking for what he said, right? He's not looking for a contract. He's not looking for personal individual numbers. He's already here. He's here for the long haul. So let's get this thing figured out here. Let's at least have some fun and, score some goals and get these guys some offensive confidence, like I said, going into next season, right? So that when we begin next season, because it feels like a long way away right now, but I'm telling you, if you're feeling, not very confident offensively, that's not going to go away just because you start a new season next season. So guys right now, they want to see pucks going in, right? So I don't know. It's just I want them to kind of take the leash off right now and just let them get some offensive confidence going so that when we do begin next season, we aren't dealing with a bunch of guys who feel neutered offensively like they do right now. They're playing right now, right? I don't know, Sunny, do you have anything to add to that? I'm going to go back to the comments here.
Actually, everything that I'm thinking is being said in the comments, so that's kind of what I was just like.
Give us one thought while I grab some water here.
Yeah, I think it's a mix, to be honest. Like, I think the players themselves, it's kind of hit and miss. Some guys, like, it's a mix. Like, some guys will be like on it, and then some guys will be kind of be like half-assing it or just tired. I don't know. But it's also the coaching staff. Like, I think it's a mix of coaching staff. Like, the assistant coach, and then I think there's the other guy, new guy. I don't know what his name is, but not Spencer Carberry, our main coach, but the other guy too, like the assistant coach,
Patrick
like.
Weller?
Yeah, between the two of them, Kirk Muller and Patrick, I'm like, what the hell is going on? They have these fucking boards that are drawing up a play, and then all we see is the same fucking play happening on the ice. Like, what was different that you just talked to them about and wasted a fucking timeout for what? What did we learn from that timeout?
Just to
That
go
was
dump the puck in
deployed.
again on the wrong
Exactly.
side. Dump
And
it
then
to
they dump the
absolutely no
puck
one.
and they don't even get the fuck. First of all, we're not the fucking New York Islanders. We don't need to be playing like that, okay? New York Islanders only have three guys that do shit on the ice, okay? We have a mixed array of people that can get the fucking puck and do their shit, okay? I don't understand this like hesitant to go play and be offensive. Like, I just don't get it. Like, and
I
we
don't
weren't
get
playing
how
like that. We weren't playing like that at the beginning of the year, so I have no idea what the fuck happened. Like,
yeah,
there was no
it's
confidence.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying like it is that they have lost confidence, because we've seen, like, obviously we saw last season, it was essentially the same roster last season, and they were just way better last season offensively. But even this season, like, we've seen large pockets of earlier this season where they looked really confident offensively and they were scoring a lot of goals. They were, for a period of time there, they were like consistently in the top 5, top 10 in scoring earlier on in the season.
Yeah.
And now it's just kind of gone away, and I do think it's a confidence thing. Mojo Writer says as well, and why does the PP get jammed up on the right half wall all the time? I know they want to feed it to Ovi, but it hasn't worked. Yeah, it's to me, that's coaching. Like, it's not Alex Ovechkin out there telling guys like, you better pass it to me, you have to pass it to me, because we know that that's not true, because he has at times been very upset with his teammates when they tried to pass it to him too much, when he wasn't open, or when they don't take the shot themselves. Like, he wants other people to shoot and score as well. He wants to win. So he doesn't care who's putting the puck in the net. To me, that's a coaching thing. Like, Kirk Muller, it seems, has one play. So, pardon me. That's very rude of me. He has two plays. The first play, two's still not a lot. He has two plays. One is to try to get it to Ovi for the one-timer, which has not worked all season, other than that one that we saw in this most recent 2 games ago against the Colorado Avalanche. That was the first Alex Ovechkin one-timed goal on the power play that I can remember this season. Like, where he actually got a pass, actually got a puck in his wheelhouse that he could hammer. And they did say that was his hardest
At home.
First of all, it was his first power play goal at home this season. Yeah, in game 71, which is ridiculous. And second of all, they said that was his hardest shot clocked for a goal this season on the power play. So he hasn't gotten, like, it hasn't worked. Like, they haven't been getting it in his wheelhouse. They haven't actually been getting it to him at all, really. So Kirk Muller, he's got that play, and then he's got the play down low and into the bumper to Tom Wilson. That's
and
it.
keep in mind that only worked because guess who was on the ice? Hudson.
Yep,
It was Hudson to Strome to Ovi.
Yeah,
that's why it worked.
It's like I said, they were 0 for 4 on the first 4 fucking power plays, and then they finally put Cole Hudson on the top unit for the 5th one. Boom, goal after 20 seconds of power play time. So if they were smart, they would learn something from that and maybe put the kid out on the top unit a little bit more often. They, again, weren't using him on the top unit for most of this game in St. Louis. So 709 Concert Video says, can Cranberry and his buddy Kirk get beamed up somewhere? Yeah, beam me up, Scotty. It's I'm so, like, I'm honestly so ready for, again, it's tough because I don't like to, like, cheer for people to get fired, but, like, Kirk Muller, like I said, I was done with him a year ago. Like, I'm so over this. Like, I cannot go into next season watching this power play like this again. I think it'll be just better like all on its own next season, just for the fact that Cole Hudson is going to be consistently on it, you would think. So I think that right there, that alone will make it better. But I can't see it getting too much better if Kirk Muller is still the one drawing up plays. Every time he gets out his fucking little clipboard back there,
That's
like
what I
I'm
was
just like,
just said that. Like, fuck, I'm just like,
what are you drawing up? What are you drawing up? We come out every time we do the same fucking thing. I swear to God, he's not even writing anything on that board. He's just got like one of those dead Sharpies that doesn't even work. And he's just like, he's faking it. Good Lord. Rips Hockey says, Huddy has been fire since coming in. Saw he got over 20 minutes of playing time this last game and should continue to see more, including the PP, please. Yeah, I was so happy that at least he got a lot more ice time in this last game. I believe it was like 21 minutes or so. So yeah, that was great to see. But I definitely want to see him getting more time on that top power play unit for sure. Like that's something that I'm just like, again, we'll get to this closer to the end of the stream here. That's the next thing we've got coming up is with these young players. But like, there's no reason at this point not to put these guys in roles to, get them on the scoreboard, get them points, get them confidence offensively. There's no we're not making the playoffs, folks. So, and when I say folks, I'm talking to the coaching staff. Like it's, there's no, like, why are we still pretending here? Just play the young guys. 709 concert video says, if Ovechkin has to be on the power play, why hasn't he been put in front of the net already? Yeah, this is something.
Oh, you said that last time. You said that last time.
Yeah, this is something.
In a video.
Yeah, this is something that I've said. Like it's something that I would like to see. Like I don't get why they're so insistent on having him in that like one single spot, that left flank spot. Like yes, he has the greatest shot of all time. I get it. But nobody is getting him the puck. Like I've been yelling this into the void, into this camera here. I've been yelling this all season. Nobody is getting the puck to him on the power play. So he's essentially useless over there. His shot is useless if you were never getting him the puck in his wheelhouse. So that's something that I've said at multiple points throughout the season. Like I want to see him be moved closer to the front of the net. I'd like to see him tried out in that bumper position. Like let him rip it from 10 feet in front of the net. 8 feet, 12 feet in front of the net. Let him shoot it from there. Not to mention, it's going to create a massive distraction and a massive decoy because teams still cover him as if he's the current Rocket Richard winner. So, like, putting him in the front of the net down low like that in that bumper spot on the power play, that's going to create so much distraction for the penalty kill, and it's going to open up other guys. Now, whether or not other guys will actually be able to shoot the puck in the net, that's another
maybe shooting at all?
Yeah, I mean, you have to shoot to get goals, right? So Mojo Rider says, he's replying to concert. I shouldn't even say he because I don't even know like subscribers if they're male or female. Actually, I just realized that. But anyways, Mojo Rider says 709 concert videos agree. They stand around on the right half wall and get jammed up, trying to find a pass to Ovi, move around and get Ovi in front, change it up. Yeah, so I think we're pretty much all in agreement here that like that play is not there. It's not working. Nobody's making it happen. So try something different. But again, like we've all been saying this, we've all been screaming this into the void, like I said, all season long. We're 72 games in. Kirk Muller hasn't changed a fucking thing. It's I don't think it's getting changed at this point, which is why he has got to go, right? Rips Hockey says agreed. Ovi has to be moved more in front of the net for the PP. Yeah, see, we're all in agreement here. Sticking him in the office is just not working as much anymore. It's very much a liability as he just can't move very well. Yeah, having him in that spot too, that's the thing. Like that's the other side of that is he's essentially playing one of the point positions and he just doesn't have the legs anymore to get back. That's why like we get some shorthanded goals against us too. It was even worse, honestly, when John Carlson was on the other side of the point because he's pretty slow as well. At least now you've got at least one guy out there who can skate and get back, whether it be Jacob Chikrin or Cole Hudson. But yeah, it's got to be changed. So I think we're pretty much all in agreement here. Mojo Rider says Caps overpass a lot rather than shoot.
Holy shit, they do. Yeah. Last game, oh my god.
Rather than shoot the puck. Yeah, it's last game was brutal, honestly.
It's like, that's why you go. No, I don't want to hear you. Here you go. It's just like shoot the fucking puck. Okay, this isn't like hey buddy, it's your turn. Hey buddy, it's nobody's fucking turn. Just do it.
First of all, nobody on this team has goals, so you all need goals. So you shouldn't be trying to pass to give anyone else a goal. Take it for yourself. You all need the stats. Rips Hockey says they definitely overthink a lot, in brackets passing a lot, instead of just shooting the damn puck. Yeah, see, we're all in agreement again here. Caps fans want to see you shoot the puck. And Mojo Rider says, and what happened to the net front presence? They don't screen goalies enough either. Yeah, I completely agree with that. You know, I've said this to you, Sunny, off air so many times. Like myself, as a goaltender myself, I wish that like a lot of these forwards, especially defensemen too. Like I wish that a lot of the skaters on our Capitals team, I wish that more of them would have like got a chance to play goal, even just for a little bit when they were younger. Because if you've played the position, like if you even probably for a few games, you would see what I'm talking about. Like if you've played the position, it's so easy to know. That's why like I like growing up, I could switch out and I could go play forward and I rocked. Like I was so good. I would score so many goals because I knew what to do with the puck to make it hard for the goalie, right? Because there's certain things and certain shots and certain looks that are just awkward or like harder to stop. And it seems like nobody on this Caps team has any feel for what's more difficult for a goaltender. And one of the things that is more difficult is when there is a net front presence, just like Mojo Rider just said, and you're trying to see around screens, right? Like those point shots through the heavy traffic is like one of the most difficult things. So I don't know. I don't know why they don't do it. I don't know. I feel like they were doing it more last season and now they've just kind of gotten away from it again. Mojo Rider says, bring Knuble and yeah, no kidding, and Dino back as special advisors on how to play around the net. I completely agree with that. Rips Hockey says, yeah, I don't get that either with getting traffic in front, not being physical enough, I guess. Just weird. It is weird. Like I said, I feel like they were doing it a lot more last season. I don't know how you feel, Sunny. Like, is that
It's
something you've
because they're
noticed?
too fucking confident with Logan Thompson and net. Hey, Logan will save it. Hey, Logan will save it. It's like, no. It's like they leave him out to dry. Even last game, it's just like
Oh, you're talking defensively. No, I'm talking offensively.
Oh, offensively. Oh, okay.
They don't clear their own net enough either.
Yeah,
for sure. No. They're just like, oh, LT's got everything. It's fine. We can just like they feel like they only need to score one freaking goal every game because they're like, oh, LT will get the shutout.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
fine.
Offensively too. They're just like they give enough space just so that it's not crowded enough the net. And like not even like, you other teams, they just kind of crowd the net, but it's just like, hey, we'll just let the other players come in and like, stick their sticks in the way and allow us to like not be able to even get a pass through the seam. It's just like
the Caps get more of those like those point shot through traffic goals scored against them than I've ever seen any team get scored against them ever. And it's because they don't clear the front of the net. Like they just do not, and they don't block enough shots. Mojo Rider says Rips Hockey, yeah, they do it on occasion, but then they get away from going to the net. It's frustrating. Yeah, I feel like they do it for like a game or two at a time, probably when Spencer Carberry's like drilling it into their heads. And these guys are professional hockey players who are getting paid millions of dollars to play a child's game. They're in their 20s, they're in their 30s. They shouldn't have to be told before every game to go to the net. It's like the number one simplest thing that you're taught from the time that you're 3 years old when you're playing hockey. So, Rips Hockey says Mojo Rider 8455 just not consistent enough. I guess that's the underlying theme here. LOL. Yeah, is it ever? Rips Hockey says, please, for the love of God, stop putting Ovi out there for the full 2 minutes of a PP. I love Ovi, but they should have stopped doing this a long time ago. Yeah, I agree with that. I've pushed back against people who say that he shouldn't be on the power play at all because I think that he is still, other than maybe Ryan Leonard is up there now with him as well, and Jacob Chikrin from the back end. But like other than those two, like Alex Ovechkin is easily still the best shot that you have on this team. So I've pushed back this season against people who have said that he shouldn't be on the power play at all anymore, because I do think that he is still your biggest shooting threat, as we can see, by the way, by the fact that he still leads this team in goals, even at 40 years of age, which is obviously
because he shoots the puck.
Yeah, that's more of a like, that's more so a knock on the other guys on this team, the younger guys on this team. like, why is a 40-year-old able to lead your team in goals still? He shouldn't be able to do that. I believe if he finishes as the team's leading goal scorer and leading point scorer, which he is right now, he's leading the team in goals and points right now. If the season finishes that way, I believe that will be the first time ever that has ever been done by a 40-year-old in National Hockey League history. So, yeah. But anyways, the point was, I've pushed back against people who say that he shouldn't be on the power play at all, but I completely agree with Rips Hockey here that he doesn't need to be playing the full 2 minutes of the power plays. Like, we've already got Wayne Gretzky's record, and at this point of the season, for sure, like, we're not making the playoffs, right? So you can let some of these young guys, again, we're going to get to this, but you can let some of these young guys get more opportunity here, right? Mojo Rider says, I think Calgary fans hated Kirk Muller when he was an assistant there. That is true. I spent 4 years living in Calgary while I went to university there. And yeah, Calgary Flames fans, not big Kirk Muller people. That is for sure. 709 Concert Video says, the most immobile power play I've ever seen. Watching Ovechkin aimlessly rim the puck around the boards when any pressure is applied is getting old. They never put anyone in front of the net. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. It is the most immobile power play that I've ever seen as well. I do think a lot of the time when Ovechkin's rimming the puck around, though, it's because no one is getting open. Like, he's actually a very good passer. Like, he's a very underrated passer. He's always been an underrated passer. When I look at our power play, it's just no one is open. Like, they're all just standing still, including Ovechkin, but they're all just standing still, all 5 guys. Yeah, immobile, I think, is a great word for it. 709 Concert Video says the zone entries are the worst I've ever seen. I agree with that as well. Although,
with Hudson.
Exactly. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like a few people have mentioned already. Hopefully that will get cleaned up quite a bit with Cole Hudson joining the team. They have, like, the zone entries have looked better already the times that he has been on the power play. So hopefully that continues. Let's see, man, we got a lot of comments here. Let's see if I get this name right. Pony Fans Com. Carlson had lost a step, obviously, but he was the only D on the team, in brackets, except occasionally McElrath, who physically moved opponents out of the crease ever. Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think that's a part of John Carlson's game that was kind of underrated as well. Like, he was pretty physical in front of the net. Like, he would actually, take pride in clearing out the crease and making sure that people weren't touching his goaltenders. And yeah, I think obviously Dylan McElrath does that, but he's not usually in the lineup, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at that. But yeah, he's, I love Dylan McElrath, like, for the physicality that he brings, but he's obviously just not like an everyday NHL player at this point. If he ever was, but he's obviously, like, he's a guy that you love to have in there when he is because of his physicality. Yeah, I think there's just not enough guys on the Caps blue line that take that seriously and, clear guys out of the crease. Martin Ferrari does it a little bit maybe, but yeah, they could all certainly take a lesson from Dylan McElrath and John Carlson as well. John Carlson, Anaheim Duck. That's still crazy. I know, it's so gross. Not gross because it's anything against the Ducks. It's gross that he's in a different jersey that is not a Washington Capitals jersey. It's weird.
Yeah, can you, like, imagine if that happened to Oshie? Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, that'd been crazy.
It's worse than if it was, because Oshie had already played for another
team. I know.
If it was like Backstrom.
Yeah,
yeah. Or if it's Wilson someday.
Wilson,
or like,
yeah,
it's gross. Yeah, it's gross. Mojo Rider says it's crazy at 40 years of age. Ovi is still leading the team in the stats, which means he can't pass the torch to anyone else to carry this team. Yeah, that's the concern, right? Like, it's so cool and so awesome, like, by Alex Ovechkin, that he has this many goals and points at 40 years old. That's awesome. But what's not awesome is that none of the young guys are stepping up enough to take that lead from him, right? It's concerning for sure. Let's see. Mojo Rider says, who's going to pick up the torch now and carry the team on his back when Ovi is gone? Where are we going to get that 30 to 40 goal scorer? Yeah, this is something that I have mentioned a ton. Like, I feel like so many Caps fans right now are like, because they see the 40 next to his name, like 40 years old, there's so many Caps fans who are just like retire, retire, retire. And it's like, okay, great. But like, where are you replacing that production from? Right? Like it's not a small amount of goals and points that he is still putting up in his age 40 season. Like we just said, leads the team in goals, leads the team in points. So they're
And
gonna
I
have
don't
to
even
find
know
that
why.
production.
Like, why would you want to get rid of a guy that is producing? He's producing more
Well,
than anybody
it's
on the team. Like, I
I
get
get
his age for sure.
yeah, I get where people are coming from because he is like he has slowed down
Yeah,
a
no.
lot, obviously. But it's just like production wise, right? Like that's what
Yeah.
I'm worried about. Like it's not a small number of goals and points to replace. You can't just snap your fingers and, you know, find a 30 goal scorer out of nowhere. As we've seen, Chris Patrick has been telling us for 2 years straight now that like
Holy
he's trying to
fuck.
get one and we
Oh,
can't
it's
find
gonna be
one. So
Lapierre's gonna fucking do it. Lapierre. I fucking see not Lapierre do anything until the last 5 fucking games, okay? And even that.
hey,
Like, the
hey, he's been
Lapierre
playing
train is
better. He's been playing
okay.
better.
Now that the
No,
fucking
but what's
season is
better, right?
over,
What's
the
better?
season is
Yeah.
over. Like, when was what? Even
Yeah.
last year, you know what I mean? Like,
Now that there's
oh
no
my
pressure and
god.
yeah. You lost your mind when Chris Patrick made that comment after the trade deadline about Hendrix Lapierre.
Holy
It's
fuck.
coming for him. It's coming for you. When?
The train is not coming, okay? It's gone. It's left the station. It's never coming back.
709 concert video says worst passing team this year as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
I mean,
shit. Holy fuck.
I completely agree. It's yeah, you're not gonna find any argument from me on any of these points really. So we'll go back to we'll come back to these comments again later. But yeah, so many great comments flowing in. That's definitely one of my favorite things about this live streaming, like I said. So yeah, it's I don't know, Sunny. Take us away for a second here. I'm just talk about whatever you want. I'm just trying to find my place here in my notes. I don't know why it's the my only complaint about this live streaming software is it's like when I go to the chat, like when I go to the comments and then I come back to my notes, it doesn't save
Yeah.
my place in the notes. It just puts me back at the top again.
Like, the production wise, like, I know, like, Wilson had a pretty good year last year, and keep in mind he was also injured.
He's
You
having
know,
a good year this year too.
I
He's
think
one of the only
Dubois,
ones. Yeah.
we would have had more production from Dubois if he wasn't injured. Leonard, don't forget Leonard. He was on a hot streak before he got injured, and he was producing like crazy too. So it's like we get rhythms, and then the rhythm dies because we just can't not get injuries, and that, that's part of it, of course. But I also feel like, and as you mentioned, you're gonna get into it in this part, like this live stream about the young guys, but if you play the young guys more, then they'd have an opportunity to do their thing. Like, there's just there as like a resistance towards like playing, like I said, these younger guys more, instead of playing older guys, like, guys that don't have that two-way play. Like you mentioned when we're oh
I have
oh
something. No, you finish your thought first, then I'm coming in
Yeah,
hot.
no, you
Just
mentioned it when we were watching the game yesterday. It's just like, why are you playing TVR? Okay, like, he's not a Jacob Chikrin that is a two-way player. Okay,
that's one
he's
of the things I've
defense
got here.
first. So, like, why don't you put, like, somebody that's a two-way player that could
Oh,
play with you?
no, I was just also like, does David Camp even
Oh
exist?
my fucking David Camp!
No,
Holy
no,
fuck!
I'm being serious here. Like, is he even a real human person? Or is he just some mirage that general manager Chris Patrick created in order to create the illusion that he added something at the trade deadline?
Yeah, and
Like,
what was the point of getting Lilgren if you're not going to
wh-
put him in either? Like, what the fuck
but
is
David
that?
Camp, where is this guy? Where is the
He's hiding, man. He's hiding.
I know, no,
He's
I understand
scared.
like visa issues and wife pregnant, all that, but like, has anyone seen him? Do we know that he exists? Like, seriously, Caps fans, has anyone ever been in the same room as this alleged David Camp person? Okay, let us know in the comments section. But no, in all seriousness, like, to me, the only way that the Capitals organization can make this season mean something now, right? Like, to salvage something from what has been an otherwise wasted season, which, by the way, is a disgrace in what could very possibly be Alexander Ovechkin's last season
Last
in
year.
the NHL. disgrace. Yeah, absolute disgrace to have this be the way that that guy goes out. The best player in your franchise's history, one of the best players to ever play the sport ever. But that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I mean, to me, like the only way to salvage something at this point, and something of real value too, is to play the young guys, right? Play them. I don't want to see David Kampf, like even if he does exist, don't want to see him. I want to see Ilya Protas getting games in the NHL. I want to see Andrew Crystal getting games in the NHL. I want to see Ryan Leonard playing 20 plus minutes a night. I want to see Cole Hudson playing 22 to 24 minutes a night. Which, by the way, like you just mentioned it. I don't know who on this coaching staff decided that it is still Trevor Van Riemsdyk time here in the year 2026. Like, why is Timothy Liljegren, who is 26 years old and who you just acquired, why is Liljegren sitting out so that Trevor Van Riemsdyk can play? It is 2026, like I said. Like, why am I still watching in game 72 of a non-playoff season? Why the fuck am I still watching a 35-year-old Trevor Van Riemsdyk, who is an unrestricted free agent at season's end? Why am I still watching this guy spend 20 minutes a game flipping pucks up the boards in the defensive zone, because he's always in his defensive zone because he can never get out of his defensive zone, flipping pucks up the boards in his defensive zone that get intercepted every goddamn time because he lobs them so softly? Like, why is that a thing that is still happening? Why are Caps fans still being subjected to this? I mean, my God, enough already. Enough. It is not Trevor Van Riemsdyk time in the year 2026. Okay? I said this to someone just the other day, last night, I believe it was. I believe it was in our group chat on Facebook there. But yeah, I had said in one of those group chats, I had said, essentially, like, you know, I don't know, Sunny. I'm rattled. Like, it's just, I don't know why we're like, okay, this is where I was going with this. I had said in the group chat, one of these group chats, that Trevor Van Riemsdyk, like, I was actually of the mind 3 years ago that they should not have re-signed him. 3 years ago. Because to me, 3 years ago, when he needed a new contract, he was already slowing down then. Like, he was already showing his age then. And that was 3 freaking years ago. And then they re-signed him to a new 3-year contract. I couldn't believe it at the time. And now here we are 3 years later, and he's still getting almost 20 minutes a night. I don't understand it. I don't know what we're doing here. Finally, Cole Hudson played over 20 the other night. That better be an ongoing thing. Because, yeah, it's just, I don't get it. I don't know. Nothing to add?
Well, you know, I feel like you said, it goes back to like wanting guys to be more defensive because we're trying to play that more defensive game. So they're like, hey, let's throw TVR out just so that, you know, we have more of a, you know, protective, you know, I don't know what it is, but I'm just saying that's literally why. That's the only thing I can think of. Like, why else would you be playing TVR?
If you're, I'm about to call you out here, but you just private chatted me that you have to pee really bad. So why don't you go pee? And I'm going to read these comments. Okay, and then you can come back. I can tell that you can't even think straight. Go to the bathroom. Mute your mic, please, so we don't hear you. Mojo Rider says, Caps need consistency. Strome, Pro, and Connor Mack regressed. Yeah. You couldn't have said that any better. Ovi has done it for 19, 20 years, putting up great numbers. Completely agree. Yeah, I mean, this is the problem, right? Like, it's all of these guys had career years last season, and we all hoped that that would become the new norm. And like, there was a pretty good chance of that happening, right? Of that becoming the new norm, because all of these players are young, especially like Protas and McMichael. They were like 24 years old last season, 25 now, just turned 25. So when young players are having career years, you obviously think that that can continue going forward, right? I don't know. It's just like Alexei Protas in particular, like I know he has 23 goals now on the season. How many of those are memorable? I don't know. Like it's quite a few empty nets, I think, for him too. Like it's just I feel like last season he was such a like an impact player. He was a dominant 5-on-5 player for one thing. And he was just such an impact player in the way that it felt like the goals that he scored were actually goals that mattered. Like they were coming at big times in games, and they were like a lot of them were like really nice goals off the rush and stuff, right? And it just felt like he was making an impact every single night. And now, like, there's not a lot of his 23 goals this season that I can even really remember, to be honest with you, because I feel like they've just kind of been tap-ins and whatnot. And yeah, Connor McMichael, I mean, he still shows great speed. He's still, working his butt off out there. He's still a pretty good penalty killer, all of that. But like in the offensive stats department, he's regressed big time, or specifically in the goal scoring department. I don't know.
I mean, for Protas, I feel like he got like I think his play got fucked ever since he got injured.
Yeah,
like that's what I think. Like
that tendon injury, that skate cut at the end of last season's regular season. And then, he missed the end of last regular season, and then he missed part of the Stanley Cup playoffs, right? And then he comes back for a little bit of the Stanley Cup playoffs. He's back for this regular season, but to me, he's never really looked the same, like ever since that injury happened. So I don't know. I've kind of been. That's why I've kind of been letting him off the hook a little bit this season too. Even though he hasn't looked very good, because I do think that injury has still been bothering him. But I mean, at some point they've got to get that sorted out, because like he's in a spot in your lineup where he's one of your most important players. So they need him to be a lot better than he has been, right? And I think Mojo Rider hit it on the head here. Like with Strome, Pro, Connor Mack, they've all regressed. Strome for sure as well. Like I know he's not as young as those other two guys, but like he's still like he's on the right side of 30, right? Like you would still think that he has a lot of upside to be able to build on the career that he's had so far and the great seasons that he's put up for the Caps so far. But yeah, this season's been a pretty big step back for him, in my opinion. Again, it's not just the goal or point totals, but it's just how he's looked on the ice. He's not been impactful in a lot of these games, and certainly over the last half of the season here. And I think Mojo Rider also hits it on the head with saying that Ovi has done it for 19, 20 years, putting up great numbers. It is time for someone else to take some of that off of his shoulders, right?
Yeah.
Poor guy probably feels like he can't retire because the team is going to be in a dumpster fire when he leaves, right? I'm sure he would love to be kicking it back on a beach somewhere and just not worrying about this shit. But yeah, he probably feels like, who's going to put the puck in the net if I retire, right? I'm going to leave these guys in the lurch here because nobody else can score. So Mojo Rider says those young guys got to step up. I completely agree with that. It's just what we've been talking about, right? Like it's you don't want a 40-year-old to be leading your team in goals and points. Again, amazing work by Alex Ovechkin to be able to do that. Terrible work by everyone else on the team who's 10, 20 years younger to let that happen, right? I don't know why is my camera frozen for everybody here?
Your camera's on my end is frozen.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, whatever. We're coming to the end here, so we'll just finish going through these comments, and then we'll call it a night, because I don't know why that happened. Ponyfanscom says part of Ovi's team high goals total is the 5 empty net goals, trailing only 6 by Protas. Yeah, I knew Protas had a lot. I couldn't remember the exact number. I mean, when you look at it, it's like not a lot of guys on this team have a lot of goals against a goaltender, right? It definitely goes to show that like when your leading goal scorer has, probably right around 20 goals against a goaltender, it's not great, right? So yeah, definitely. I mean, and I'm not saying that to say that like 40-year-old Alex Ovechkin needs to score more. I'm saying that to say that the younger guys on the team have got to pick it up because this is not sustainable like going forward here. We can't have a team of a bunch of 12 and 15 and 20 goal scorers. Like we need people to step up here.
Well,
Pony fans.
keep in mind, like Ovi's there on the ice to get the empty nets because nobody else is capable of getting the fucking empty net when you need to like seal the game between him and who else. I mean, I can't even think about it. Oh, John Carlson used to get the empty nets.
John Carlson could sink one from 200 feet away too. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any, and I don't think that's what Pony Fanscom is saying. Like, we don't have any problem with Alex Ovechkin getting empty net goals. It's just like there's nobody on the team
No,
really
that's what I'm
who's.
saying. Like, there's nobody, even when there's no goalie in the net, nobody wants to shoot the puck. Like,
I
this
know.
is still that's what I'm trying to say. There's still the same problem consists whether it's a goalie or no goalie in the
Pass,
net.
pass, 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 pass. Oh shit! The other team got it back again. Yeah. No, it's been super frustrating. It's and I don't know how as a coach you can even like it would just be frustrating as a head coach because it's like you're in the National Hockey League. You shouldn't be having to tell, players who have been in the league for a number of years to shoot the puck. They should just kind of know that already, right? Pony Fanscom as well says next year's goals leader isn't on the current roster, has to be coming via trade or free agency. Yeah, we can hope. We can hope.
If Chris Patrick is useful enough.
I mean, I would agree with the comment there that like, because who would you say like, assuming that Ovechkin retires?
Yeah.
If the roster, like, let's just say they don't add anybody to the roster, who do you think that's on the current roster that would lead the team in goals next season? I think it's Leonard.
Leonard could Hudson maybe too.
Defenseman, really?
I mean, Jacob Chikrin's got what 20 something.
I mean, yeah, Chikrin's almost leading the team in goals.
So I mean, it's possible.
On this team, it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying because he shoots the puck. He shoots the puck.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I would say probably Ryan Leonard. How many
He's got a
guys?
wicked shot.
How many guys on this team can crack 30 realistically?
See, Wilson, maybe.
Well, yeah, Wilson's done it. He could do it again this season. I think Leonard definitely could do it next season.
Yeah. I think he would have got there if he didn't get injured.
Leonard?
Maybe almost there. What does he have now?
Well, he started even before the injury, like he kind of started the season slower and then he kind of got more comfortable and he really picked it up. And then right as he was really picking it up, that's when he got injured.
Yeah, Trouba decided to ruin his season.
But yeah, I would pencil him in for 30 next year. I think that's a pretty good bet with the shot that he has and all of the moves that he's got in his arsenal. But yeah, other than that, like Wilson, Leonard, like Protas had 30 last season, but does he look like he's gonna get 30 again?
We're gonna get it from David Kampf.
I don't think David Kampf has 30 career goals.
No, I know. I'm just saying he's gonna save the day, you guys. I think David Kampf.
I get your sarcasm, yeah. Mojo Rider says, "Is Chikrin our go-to guy? That's great, but I'd rather have one of our forwards be that guy." Yeah, I think like goal scoring wise, Chikrin is one of the go-to guys. Like that's kind of what I was saying with the power play, right? Like it's like okay, people don't want Ovi on the power play, but who is your biggest shooting threat? It's still Alex Ovechkin and it's Jacob Chikrin and it's now probably Ryan Leonard as well. But other than that, it's like who's like, do we even know who even has a good shot on this team? We never see anybody shoot the puck. How do we even know who has a good shot or who doesn't? Like it's frustrating for sure. Mojo Rider says pics of Camphor stock photos. Never seen a current pic of him in the DC area. LOL. That's great. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced that the guy exists, to be quite honest with you.
Nope.
Like I said, I think that might be just like an optical illusion that Chris Patrick created to kind of trick everybody into thinking that he so-called acquired somebody at the deadline.
Just to make it look like he's doing his job.
Yeah, look, guys, I added. You'll never see him. He'll never play a game, but I promise I added. Mojo Rider says, is TVR in because he's a right-handed defenseman? He's gone at the end of the season. Contract is up this summer. Yeah, this is what I don't get, right? Like, he's an unrestricted free agent at season's end. He's 35 years old. You're not going to re-sign him, I would hope. Why is he still getting these minutes? I don't know. Like, they brought in Timothy Liljegren, right? And that's kind of my point. That's kind of what I'm saying is Liljegren is also a right-handed defenseman and he's 26 years old. You just acquired him. Like, I don't get why he's not getting those minutes rather than somebody like TVR who's presumably going to be gone at the end of the season and better be gone at the end of the season. Like, I cannot imagine them re-signing him again. I would lose my mind.
Yeah, no shit.
Lose my mind. Rips Hockey says these guys do need to step up. Good news is a lot of them are still young and have room for growth. We will most likely need to go via the trade to get the next superstar on this team. Yeah, I completely agree with that. A couple people have said that now. It's likely, like people have said, that next season's leading goal scorer might not be on this roster right now. It might be somebody that we go out and get. I don't think that any of those guys are available in free agency, though. That's the problem as well, is that, like, it is likely going to have to be a trade. What do you have to give up to get that done? These are all off-season conversations, but yeah, I think it's setting up to be an interesting off-season, assuming that Chris Patrick doesn't just sit on his hands all summer. So we'll see what happens. Rips Hockey again says TVR will most likely be gone. Currently making $3 million and UFA at the end of this season. Yeah, I mean, it would be inexplicable rather, to me anyway, if they were to re-sign him again. I can't see that happening, quite honestly. Rips Hockey says Rips Hockey says Kampf is a mirage. Yes. I think that, like, I mean, from what we're seeing here, nobody's seen the guy. Nobody's seen the guy. So I don't know. I might be onto something there. Ponyfanscom says at some point the NHL should give back the draft pick the Caps wasted on the ghost of David Kampf. Completely agree. Yeah, I know everybody's like, "Oh, what's the big deal? It's just a 6th round pick." But it's like, yeah, but it's a 6th round pick that you gave up for literally nothing.
A mirage.
Like, the guy has not played a game. We don't even know if he's a real person. Like, it's just, yeah, give us the pick back. I agree. Blue Liner 77 says, I have the exact same quote on TVR. Quote, I was literally pissed when they re-signed him last time. Yeah, that was me in the group chat last night, right? It's yeah, I don't know. That was, like I said, that was 3 years ago, and he was already slowing down at that point. He was already showing his age at that point. It was time to move on, in my opinion, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, now look, we lose Vinny Iorio on waivers because TVR is still here, still kicking, right? I don't know. I just thought that, like, even 3 years ago, that was the time to move on from TVR, because I wanted to see other younger people get that opportunity rather than him. It's not that I don't like TVR. I actually think he's a great guy off the ice. I think he's really good in the locker room and all that. But we've, for a long time now, had young players who need these spots and need this ice time, right? So yeah, I would say, I don't know, what would you put it on, like, for a TVR re-signing this offseason? I would put it at less than 1%, but I almost don't want to jinx it, and then, like, Chris Patrick will come out and be like, oh, good news, we've re-signed TVR.
You know, I wouldn't put it past the fucking guy. He ain't no, what's his name?
Brian McClellan.
He ain't no Brian McClellan. Ain't no fleecing going on here, you guys.
I miss Brian McClellan a lot.
Man, yeah. You'd just be able to relax. This guy comes on and is like, hey, well, we got, whatever, we got David Kemp coming in, and, that'll, like, what? That'll do what? He doesn't exist. We haven't seen him.
Brian McClellan, it was almost like every move that Brian McClellan made was a fleecing.
Yeah.
Like, he had that last off season as the general manager where he just, like, oh my God, what an off season that was. Like, he signs one of the biggest free agent defensemen, one of the best free agent defensemen in Matt Roy. He trades for Jacob Chychrun. He trades for Logan Thompson. He trades for Pierre-Luc Dubois. He like bang, 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 bang. There was 7 moves, I believe, that he made.
Because he's not reacting. He's like
proactively. Yeah, he's proactive. Or he was proactive.
Guys just like, oh fuck, we need to freaking solve this situation with our, centers and stuff. So hey, this is what I'm gonna try.
And I know that like Brian McClellan is the president now, right? Like he's the team president now, or the president of hockey operations, or whatever they call it. But does it seem like he's really around anymore that much? Like it seems to me like Brian McClellan has pieced out, like he's on a beach somewhere, sipping, pina coladas, whatever, having a great
train derails and fucking goes south, Fuck.
He's on a beach somewhere, slipping into retirement, having just a phenomenal time, which he has earned with the great work that he did here over so many years, right? He has earned that retirement. He has earned the right to enjoy himself. But I feel literally like Brian McClellan was just like I said, just sipping a pina colada on a beach over the trade deadline on March 6th or whatever it was.
And spit his pina colada out is what he did.
He's probably down in Puerto Vallarta on a beach, sipping on a pina colada, laying in the sun. And, he's just zoned out. He's not paying attention, doesn't have his phone on him. He's on vacation, right? He's semi-retired. Comes back to the hotel room.
Oh, sees the news about Carlson.
No. Here. Comes back to the hotel room. 32 missed calls from Chris Patrick. Oh, better call him back. Calls him back. Chris Patrick's like, oh, hey. Yeah, I was trying to reach you. Yeah, I couldn't get a hold of you. It just went straight to voicemail. Anyways, traded John Carlson. Like, it's just like, the fuck do you mean you traded John Carlson? Oh dear. Rips Hockey says, even for a 6th round pick in brackets camp, way too much. LOL. Yeah, that's what I just said. Like, it's anything is too much for a guy who doesn't play a game for you, right? Like, I mean, maybe we're being too hard on David Kemp. Maybe he's going to arrive here someday soon and play a few games for us. But what do we got left now at this point? Like, we got 10 games left in the regular season. That's all we're going to get because we're not making the playoffs. He missed all these most recent games here where we were still kind of trying to make a playoff push. Like, the guy's useless. He didn't show up at the time that he could have actually potentially made a difference in the lineup. Not that I think that he actually would have made a difference in the lineup, but I'm just saying, like, these last 10 games mean nothing. So essentially we gave away a 6th round pick for nothing. And I know people say like six round picks don't matter and yada, yada, yada. Anyone heard of Peter Sikora? Prospect of the Washington Capitals, who we just watched in the World Juniors dominate. He was a 6th round pick. So 6th round picks kind of do matter sometimes.
Are important.
Mojo Rider says someone needs to be a game changer for the Caps. I thought Pro was going to be it. But he's one of the milk carton kids. Have you seen him? Yeah, I completely agree with that. I thought like last season, like Protas was he was such an impact player. Like I said, like one of the best 5-on-5 players in the entire National Hockey League. He was so good last season. And for him to just turn into a fucking pumpkin this season, it's unbelievable. Like you said, it probably, hopefully, is due to that injury that he had. But I don't even know if I can say hopefully, because at this point, like that was a year ago. Like that was a full year ago. So like, is that what we're even hoping for? Because like,
but look at Kemper. Like ever since he had his eye surgery, he's horrible.
I know. No, it can definitely happen. Like it can affect you long term, but I'm just saying, like, is that even what we're hoping for with Protas? Like, are we more so hoping that like it is because of that injury? Because then there's a chance that like he'll someday get back to the player that he was last season? Or is that like more concerning because at this point it's been a full year and like maybe that means that this is now going to affect him forever? Or are we just hoping that he just sucks this season and it's not because of the injury?
Yeah.
I don't know. Milk carton kids. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Blue Liner 77 says he was already showing his age at that point, and that was 3 years ago now. I thought they should have let him go 3 years ago. This is me from the group chat last night. He's copying and pasting my quotes from the group chat last night, just so you all know. that I was being real with you. I did say it last night. Rips Hockey says, yeah, excluding Ovi, depending if he retires, I don't think we sign back any UFAs. The list includes Duhaime, Camp, TVR, Liljegren, and Milano. RFAs are McMike and Hendricks. Yeah, it's, I don't know. Like, it's, I love Brandon Duhaime, like for his vibes and his energy on the bench and in the locker room. Like if you've heard his mic'd up videos, he's so energetic. Like he's always getting everybody on the bench going, making sure that they're in the game. But at the same time, he also didn't have a point for like, I believe it was like 39 straight games. So I feel like that spot probably could go to somebody else. Kempf, I don't think will be back. TVR, I don't think will be back. Liljegren is an interesting one. I could see them bringing him back if they're not going to turn around and re-sign John Carlson in the offseason. Milano, I think, is gone for sure. I know that makes you sad. I know you love Sunny. You're a guy. Even the RFAs are interesting because, like, Hendricks Lapierre's done basically nothing, even though he has played.
Oh my God, get rid of him already.
Even though he has played a little bit better recently. Hey, it might benefit us that he has been playing a little bit better because maybe you can trade him in the offseason and actually get something back for him now. Even if you get like a second or third round pick back, it's better than nothing. RFAs, yeah, Hendricks, McMichael. Even McMichael is interesting because like I do not want to see Connor McMichael go anywhere.
No.
I love that kid. I think like we need more of him, not less. Like I don't know why so many people on Twitter seem to be in such a hurry to trade away a young player who's one of the fastest skaters on the team, who can bring some offense, who's a good penalty killer.
He's pretty gritty too, actually.
Yeah, he's really competitive. Like he gives a shit out there like that. Yeah. I want more guys like that, not less. Yeah. So I don't know why everybody, including Chris Patrick, seems to be in such a hurry to trade this guy away. There's been a lot of rumors about Chris Patrick kind of shopping McMichael or like trying to include him in any deal that he's making. I don't necessarily like that or agree with that. I think you need more guys like that. Like he's a young player who's an RFA. He's cost controlled. He's going to be still fairly cheap, like relative to the rest of the league. And he's a good player offensively, defensively, plays the penalty kill. I don't know. And like I said, like we're out there yapping about how we want to get younger and faster. McMichael is both of those things. So I don't know. I don't know why you'd want to get rid of him, but Chris Patrick seems to be trying to include him in every deal. So
a clown.
You're not a fan, eh? Mojo Rider says, well, I give Lenny and Sorty a pass. This is their rookie season. They still learning, but Connor Mack and Pro got to step up. Yeah, I think the two rookies like Ryan Leonard and Justin Sordoff have both been awesome.
They've been awesome. Frankly. They're a good pair together. They play really well together.
I really like that kid line of Sordoff centering Leonard and McMichael on the other wing. I really like that line. Very fast line, creative. Like they are just kind of on you, like, you know, almost like you remember
kind of like a Misa and Celebrini.
You remember when the New York Islanders had the line that they called the Killer B line? It was Beauvillier was on that line, right?
Oh yeah.
Beauvillier with Brock Nelson and Barzal, I believe it was. Killer Bees, and they called them the Killer Bees because they were just like buzzing all the time, right? This kid line that we have when they put it together kind of reminds me of that line, like how they're just buzzing constantly. Sordoff, Leonard, and McMichael. But yeah, to me, like Ryan Leonard and Justin Sordoff, they've both had really good rookie seasons. They're both in the top 10 in scoring for rookies, like across the entire National Hockey League. Ryan Leonard, I believe, is top 4 in goals as well. Sordoff's right behind him too. Like Ryan Leonard's got 15 goals. Justin Sordoff got 14. They've both missed some time due to injury as well, so those numbers could have been even higher. But yeah, I think they've both been awesome. But yeah, I agree as well that Connor McMichael and Alexei Protas got to step up. We expected more from them after last season, that's for sure. Which, whether it was fair or not, like those were amazing seasons that they had last season. But so maybe it kind of set our expectations too high for those guys. I don't know. But when I watch them play, and I see their speed and their talent, and you know their skating, and like they both have good shots, like I do expect more than what we've seen this season. I don't think that's unfair. maybe they won't get back to what they did last season, but it has to be more than what they've done this season. Like there has to at least be a half medium. Pony Fans Com says Chikrin or Wilson among current players. I don't remember what we're talking about there.
I think scoring, maybe. I think scoring.
Probably something to do with that, yeah. Or maybe who has a good shot or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, maybe it was when we were talking about who could hit 30.
Oh, okay.
30 goals next season, yeah, which I would agree with that too. Mojo Rider says, got to have a difference maker on the team when Ovi hangs his skates up. Yeah, we're all in agreement there. Robbie Gross says, Jenaya, your cam is frozen. I know. You guys are missing all my facial expressions. I don't know how to fix it though, Robbie, so we're just rolling with it. Pony Fence Com says, Washington 6th round picks, Peter Sikora, Garen Bjorklund, Travis Boyd, Matthew Perreault, and Dimitri. Yeah.
I mean, don't forget Trinia. Or I guess that's not us.
I don't know if he was a 6th round pick. I don't remember. I don't remember what round we took him in, but he'll probably be on the team next season too.
Yeah.
Matthew Perreault, that was a pretty good 6th round pick. Like he played quite a few games for the Caps in the NHL, so that's a good first round. That's a good 6th round pick. And yeah, this Peter Sikora kid, I think he is being extremely underrated amongst Capitals fans, like for their prospect system. Like I have watched that guy for 2 straight World Juniors now, and he looks very, 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 very promising. So I just love how competitive he is too. Like he plays with a lot of fire. Let's see. Mojo Rider says Pro and Connor are part of this young core. With Lenny and Sordy, the future looks promising, but they got to step up now. The burden is on them once Ovi calls it a day. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like it's to me, it's exactly what Mojo Rider just said. Like the future looks really bright, and it looks really promising, and there's a lot of potential here with these young guys that the Caps have. But at the same time, potential is potential, and at some point, that potential has got to turn into production, right?
Yeah.
So I think we'll get a good idea next season of like what that could potentially look like for some of these guys. I do think that just what Mojo Rider just said, it's promising. The future looks bright, and you just hope that these guys can be what everybody has projected them to be, right? Because if not, we're going to be in a bit of trouble here when Alex Ovechkin hangs up the skates and those goals and those points go away all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
Robbie is telling me to turn the camera on and off in the settings to see if that fixes it. I think I'm just going to leave it because we're going to get off of here. Anyway, we're just wrapping up now. Oh my goodness, we've been on here for an hour and a half. Thank you though, Robbie. I'll if it ever happens again, that's what I'll try next time. But yeah, we'll just I got one more comment here and then we'll get out of here. This one coming in from Moto Rider. Caps have Crystal and Ilya Protas coming up. It's still looking good. Yeah, I completely agree. Like Andrew Crystal to me is like he's a pretty exciting prospect as well. He's looked really good in Hershey, and like they were saying, his NHL comparable is probably somebody like Mitch Marner. Like he's more of like a kind of like a
playmaker.
Yeah, a playmaker, a creator, like a distributor, right? He's really good on the power play, so that's great news if you're a Washington Capitals fan. And yeah, Ilya Protas looks like a beast in Hershey right now. So his first professional season, and he is absolutely killing it with the Hershey Bears. So he's doing things that like as a 19-year-old center in the American Hockey League, he's doing things that haven't been done since Patrice Bergeron did it. Obviously, Patrice Bergeron, you know who Patrice Bergeron is. You're an ex-Bruins fan. I don't need to tell you who Patrice Bergeron is. But yeah, you don't care about the Bruins anymore, though, right? You were laughing at them when they lost to the Leafs the other night. You're like, fuckers aren't going to make the playoffs. I'm like, didn't that used to be your team?
I didn't have a team till the Caps. Because I actually know the guys on the team. Like I told you, I was never really a Bruins fan. Like you can't really be a fan of a team if you know nothing about a team. Like
you didn't even know any of the players on the team. You were just kind of like
I did know only 2 players, and that was Brad Marchand and Bergeron. That's it.
Yeah,
and I guess Tuukka Rask, but that's about it.
Yes, who the Toronto Maple Leafs traded to Boston.
Fucking idiots.
Way to go,
Would
Toronto.
they know that was the demise of the Leafs for so many years?
Well, yeah, you're from Toronto, so you're just loving that they're complete
No,
ass
because
right
I
now, right?
despise the Leafs. If anybody who needs to know, I despise
I'll
the
just pull up
Leafs.
these last comments here because people saying some nice things. 709 concert video says, "Great live. Hope you do more in the future." Yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad that you were able to join us, and I've really been enjoying this. Like I said, with the live chat here, with the comment section, I love being able to read the comments in real time and being able to respond to you guys. So yeah, we'll definitely look to do more of these in the future. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for stopping by Concert Videos. Robbie Gross says, happy I caught the end. Thanks for the fun stream. Happy you're doing this live. Yeah, thanks, man. I thought you were on vacation. I can't believe you're even watching this right now. I thought I saw on Facebook that you were on vacation. But yeah, thank you so much for popping in here, saying hello. I'll chat with you soon, I'm sure. Let's see, 709 Concert Videos as well says, take care. Thank you. And obviously you take care as well. And Rips Hockey says, love the live chat. Hope to do this again soon. Yeah, I love it as well. It's a lot of fun. I know I've said that like 10 times, but it is pretty cool. I know, as most of you guys know, I'm not really a tech person. So it took us a while to get these live streams going here on the YouTube channel. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love it. Mojo Rider says, yep, this was fun. Another place to go with my frustration and talk with other fans. Yeah. I'm happy that we can be here for you, man. It definitely helps a lot being able to chat with other like-minded Capitals fans who are going through the same thing. So glad that we can all do this together. Thank you so much for dropping by. Ponyfans.com says, is there any universe in which the Protest brothers are asked to train in Wilson's boxing gym in order to take more advantage of their size compared to every opponent they face? I literally said this just the other day. Alexei Protas is maybe the softest 6'6" player I have ever seen in my life. I wish that he would use his size a lot more. I think that would help him and the team tremendously if he would play a lot more physical. So yeah, I mean, I believe it's called Bash Boxing, right? Wilson has got to get those two guys in there. Turn them into the Bash brothers. That's what we need. Let's see. Robbie Gross says, if you guys ever want another live cap show, I do a podcast on Mondays and we're live on Facebook. And we are live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, and often have Jenaya on too. If you ever want another one, Mojo and Rips love Caps fans. Oh, he's got another one here. Hold on. I am in Texas. Thought I would say hi. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I saw that you were out of town. I couldn't believe that you're even on here. Well, thank you for joining, even though you're on vacation. My goodness. Your wife can't be very happy that you're spending time here talking Caps. No, just kidding. She probably doesn't care. His wife seems pretty cool. 709 Concert Videos says, a 38-year-old Eddie Belfour was the last good goalie the Leafs had. Yeah, I completely agree with that. I can't believe that they ever thought that Ilya Samsonov was their answer in net.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Forgot about that ghost that I never want to see again.
That was the decision that the Toronto Maple Leafs organization made. They saw him against the Boston Bruins in the playoffs. The Boston Bruins, who always beat the Toronto Maple Leafs in the playoffs, right? And they saw Ilya Samsonov playing for the Washington Capitals in the playoffs against their rival, the Toronto Maple Leafs rival, the Boston Bruins. They saw him playing in that overtime game, and they saw him leave that puck behind the net directly to a Boston Bruin and let him wrap it around for the game-winning goal in overtime of a Stanley Cup playoff game. And the Toronto Maple Leafs organization just thought, man, we got to have that. We got to sign that guy. Got to have him. That's what we need. We need a goaltender who's going to give the Boston Bruins another overtime game-winning goal in the playoffs against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So yeah, I cannot comprehend that decision that they made to think that Samsonov was ever going to be the answer. But that's beside the point. Ponyfans.com says, last one, when is your next stream? Let's see here. What is even today? Today's Wednesday. I don't know if we'll do one next week, but we'll definitely do one like within a couple of weeks. I believe our last one before today was 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we might do one next week, but if not, for sure it'll be like within 2 weeks for sure. And yeah, we'll try to do these regularly here now because I have the podcast obviously, and I've had the podcast for a while. Started it like just with audio only, and then I moved that to YouTube to have the video version. So I still have the audio only version, and then have it on YouTube with the video version as well. It's the same podcast. It's just I convert it to audio after the fact. Take the video, convert it to audio, and post it on like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all those places. So I've had the regular podcast and been doing that for a while, but we just recently tried out this live streaming thing, and yeah, this is only our second one, but it's been a ton of fun. So we're gonna try to do them more regularly for sure, because definitely I love interacting with the chat. It's one of the coolest things that we've done, I'd say. So yeah, you can PonyFansCom, you can look out for that next stream. It'll be like within the next 2 weeks for sure. If not next week, then the week after for sure. 709 concert video says good night, guys. Yeah, good night all. We were gonna get off here, but the comments just keep coming in. So yeah, everyone that's here, hope that you guys all have a lovely evening. I know many of you are like 3 hours ahead of us here, because we're out here on the West Coast. So it's only 8:20 at night here. For a lot of you guys, I believe it's like 11:20. So a lot of you guys have probably got to get to bed. Robbie Gross says she didn't come on this trip. LOL, I took the kids. Oh, well, you can do what you want then. You can listen to all the Capitals content that you want. Mojo Writer says, good night all. Thanks for the stream, ladies. Yeah, good night, man. Thank you so much for joining us again. It's been a ton of fun. And hope that everyone can have a lovely evening. Like I said, whether you're heading to bed right now or going to stay up for a while, hope that everybody has a good night. And I got another one here from Robbie. Okay, we are coming to the last couple of comments now. So just got a few more. What are you, Sunny? You got to pee again or what?
Sorry?
I said, Sunny, you got to pee again or what?
No.
Robbie Gross says she had to work her spring break. Oh, she had to work her spring break is next week, and the kids was this week. Oh, that's weird. They have their spring break at different times. Man, America's so weird, eh? Just kidding. No, that is weird though that they have their spring break on different weeks. That's strange. Rips Hockey says good night, and Rips Hockey last comment here. Rips Hockey as well says, yep, 11:22, going to bed now. LOL. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, it's late for you guys. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. Hope that you guys, like I said, can all enjoy the rest of your evening, whether you're going to bed or not. It sounds like Rip Hockey's going to bed. So, Rips Hockey, pardon me. Sounds like Rips Hockey is going to bed. So hopefully you can get some good shut-eye there. Yeah, hope everyone enjoys the rest of their evening. Thank you all so much for joining us. And I am sorry that my camera crapped out here, but we'll get that in order for the next stream for sure. But at least the audio is good, right? And my camera was working for I think more than half of the stream.
Like 70-80%.
Yeah, probably like 70% or so. So
yeah.
That's yeah, we'll work on it next time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you for all of the comments as well. It's been a lot of fun. You guys are so great in the chat there, and not only obviously like lots of great insights on the team and whatnot, but just keeping the conversation going. It's really nice seeing kind of this little community that we're building here of Capitals fans. It's been a lot of fun, and so happy to have you all here. So Sunny, you got anything else to add here?
Just looking forward to seeing what is coming up in the next couple of games to see if they actually do experiment with a bunch of different things, or they just carry on being a bunch of plugs.
All right, don't be plugs. Okay, we got one more comment here. Last comment. 709 concert video says it's almost 1 here. Wow. See you next time. So you must be, where would that even be? That's like 5 hours ahead. You got to be in a different country, eh? I think so. Or is the Maritimes like, no, Maritimes is like 4 hours ahead.
I'm not good
Anyways,
at geography and time zones, so I wouldn't be able to help you.
1 a.m. So yeah, we better let these people go. So thank you all again one more time. Thank you all so much for being here. Until next time, babes. And as always, even when the season is turning
Let's go
into a tire
Caps.
fire, yeah, as always, baby, let's go Caps.
Halifax. Halifax. It was Halifax.
Oh shoot. I literally had just clicked end the stream here and then
Halifax.
you stopped me. All right. Okay. Yeah. So 709 concert video says Halifax. Okay. See, that's what I thought. I was like, maybe it might be East Coast Canada. Possibly could be that far ahead. And I was right. All right. 709 concert video says night. Good night to you. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you all so much for being here. Until next time, babes. And as always, let's go